Good evening, everyone, and a much earlier evening than usual here in the world of CM0102SL. But hey, it's a bank holiday, and we couldn't do it yesterday, so here we are. I hope you're well. Good to chat to you all again. Usual stuff applies. Let's keep the chat active. Let's keep it friendly. Let's keep it fun, and let's enjoy some Super League. If anyone wants to hop on the screen at any point, just let me know and I will send you links accordingly. I appreciate, because it is earlier, not everyone will be here, but then, hey, not everyone is here at the normal time either. So let's see how we roll. We're on game week 3 of the new season. So not much really to report. The league is almost irrelevant. Nobody with 100% records tells you everything. Although we do have a couple of sides that have only played one game. Badgers are the interesting team here. Played 2, no wins, no draws, conceded 7. Not ideal. So tonight we've got Badgers Burn, Dudley Fulchester, Foss Coast, Haggis Stanley, LSK, Sanctate, Sloss Vikings, Stackington Exiles. We are so early in the season, we don't need to do them in any particular order, I don't think. So let me know, what's been happening since I was last on. How's your bank holiday weekend been? Anything you've been up to this weekend? Let's get the chat rolling with some excitement. What can I report for you? Friday nothing of interest to you guys because it's just an FRI night. Saturday, went and watched some comedians in Leicester. That was fun. Almost got away with it completely until one of them got lucky picking me out as a as a singleton, and then I got ripped to shreds for being single for, what is it, 5.5 years now, and because I was out with some mates from work, I then also got a nonce joke because one of the women that we were out with looked quite young. Yesterday, I was out in Coventry with my mum, took Aiden, mum and her other half. We went for a nice Chinese buffet, very nice, Wingwars in Coventry if you head out that way. And today I've just finished my dinner after getting in from watching Hinckley AFC win 3-1 in the bank holiday football in the sunshine, lovely and warm. Hope it's equally nice where you are. That's enough rattling on from me. Again, chat will be open throughout. Please throw anything in there of interest, as well as talking about the games. And let's have some fun for however many of us are here. I can see Scott, I can see Alex, I can see Ian already in the chat. Thank you, guys. Good evening to you all. Where does the game want us to start? It wants us to start with Dudley Hill against Fulchester. Please do shout up if you see anything wrong. Martin assured me all bar a couple of clubs had submitted. I've since logged into the Super League account and taken the rest as far as I know. So here is the Fulchester team. I understand, by the way, seeing this actually, that there may have been a medical issue for, I believe it was for Dan. I'm sure Smuts told me it was Dan. Well, for one, or for his lad. So my best, if I've got that right, sending my absolute best wishes for speedy recovery for whatever the situation may be there. So here's the Fulchester lineup. How did they get on last time out? They had a 2-0 win over Foss Road. Michael Laney, man of the match. Tell me this is Super League without telling me it's Super League. So here's how they line up. I'm going to guess. So Pizarro has come out for Hussein. That seems to be the only change other than a slight alteration on the subs bench for Fulchester. They start 5th, having won 1 and lost 1 of their 2 games so far. They take on a Dudley Hill side who have played 1-1-1. And I'm always on when it's boiling. Yes. That's how Martin likes it. He takes the cold weather, I take the hot weather because I'm a fat, sweaty mess. Where was I? Dudley Hill, yes. Played 1-1-1, 4th in the table. Last time out was that 5-0 drubbing of the Badgers. And I would be very surprised. Yes, it looks like no changes. Oh, no, Zanoni has come in to defensive midfield for Dudley Hill. Ortega is being made captain. So game 1 of Bank Holiday Super League. Let's get some predictions in. Dudley Hill versus Fulchester. We kick off. By the way, Alex, I saw your comment earlier that you love the music. That's a Mega Horse masterclass and will be synonymous with the Super League for as long as I deputise because it is an absolute classic. I've started using some AI music generator site, but it's nowhere near as good as what the horse is capable of. We got to half time. Dudley 0, Fulchester 0. Both sides with 3 attempts on goal. Good pass completion between them. Fulchester need to up their tackle completion rate. Aerial duels fairly equal as well. Here is how Dudley Hill look at half time. And it's Roberto Carlos who is the star of the show so far, rating him 9 at half-time. Headman having a decent game as well. Oh, there's Dan. Evening, Dan. Hope you're well, mate. And Steve says didn't get a notification. I don't know how you normally do that, so apologies. Big game tonight on Monday Night Football. Yes, there is. And for the wrestling fans out there, if you haven't seen it, there's a brilliant clip because the WWE are currently over in the UK before heading to Paris at the weekend for they're called PLEs now. And if you haven't seen it, then one of the wrestlers, whose name is JD McDonough, was wrestling in WWE Newcastle. and he took off his Judgment Day top to unveil a Liverpool shirt that said Isaac 9 on the back. Needless to say, the wrestling fans in Newcastle were not best pleased with this. Steve says roll to 60. Will do. I've seen that Dan's already said the same, but just for your benefit, everyone rating 7s with the exception of Robbie Keane and Short Gatos. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear. And you're welcome, Steve. You know I always will if I can. To be fair, I was hoping to do one earlier, but I really didn't have a very great week last week, and I wouldn't have been able to give it my best. So I'm glad I held off, and I'm doing it today instead. Martin is back from Thursday. That doesn't mean to say I won't try and squeeze one in beforehand, as long as nothing goes horribly wrong at work tomorrow. But yeah, I wasn't feeling it last week, I'm afraid, which is why we're only just doing it now. Let's resume. Both managers happy to carry on. And the first 5 minutes go by. Fulchester looked to be pressing, but here come Dudley Hill. Fulchester take the lead through Hussein. He's gone walkabout. Oh, and there's a red card. Just before the hour mark, Davy Collins has been sent off. Horrible, horrible 5 minutes this for Dudley Hill. They go 1-0 down, and now they go one man down. What does Steve do here? The Kieran Dyer in centre midfield thing is interesting. We know that he's at his absolute best in Super League, playing on that right wing back role, but we've got Cafu. I suppose you don't really need him to do that job, although Cafu is about 78 years old now. Of course, Dan, with being a red card, you can also make a decision. I was pause it's kind of 65 to make room for this because nothing much can happen in 3 minutes, but give you both chance to make further changes should you want to. What's everyone's predictions for Liverpool Newcastle or Newcastle Liverpool, whichever way around it is tonight? Let me know. Also, a big debate that I don't seem to be agreeing with most people on is will the 3 promoted clubs be the 3 that get relegated again this year? I seem to be in the minority that says no. It's probably blind faith more than anything, but I think Leeds will be okay, despite the drubbing at Arsenal the other night. I'm not so sure about Sunderland and Burnley, but I do think Leeds will be okay. Dan says nothing from me. Play on. Steve says Rosek for Zanoni. Centralise Milevski. Ortega. Put Brozek right of the 2. Like this. I think that's right. And I'll let Steve confirm that that's right before I press anything, but that looks right to me. What else can we ask? No matter who you support, we've got what time are we on? The transfer window shuts in 1 week and 18 minutes. What does your club need to do before that window firmly slams shut? Oh, okay. That's what Steve wants. I understand now. No, that's my fault. It makes sense now that I see it written like that. Let's carry on. So many talking points that I've offered out there. Let's see what you want to do. Oh. Well, it's unconventional, but we'll stick with it anyway. 10 minutes to go, still 1-0. Do the managers want to do anything? This would be your usual tactical break because the red card being a stupid time, it's caused chaos. So 10 minutes to change the game. Okay, let's cause chaos while we're here. There are your ratings and your percentages, Steve. In the meantime, while you decide, here are yours, Dan, and your percentages. Steve reacts nice and quickly. Thank you, mate. He just wants an arrow. That is done. And Dan is going to stick. Thank you, sir. So the last 10 minutes of this crucial opening game in game week 3. And there's a full-time whistle. Fulchester do get the win 1-0. They were made to work for it, though. The 10 men of Dudley Hill did create more attempts. They were just very, very wasteful with them. Lucio ends up getting man of the match with his 9 rating. Roberto Carlos maintained his 9 rating. There were 8 dotted throughout for the likes of Hedman and Cafu as well. So not a bad performance at all for the 10 men of Dudley Hill. As for Fulchester, they too had 9 ratings within their team. Michelini and Lamey again. Look at that. What a start to the season he is having. Collins is a practice Steve. And Dan says, unlucky, better than us. It's game 1 in the bank. Where are we going next? We are going to Los Santos versus Sancte. LSK without John Welsh, without Carlos Shax as well. They drew 0-0 with Vikings the last time out, where Shax was sent off. Sigalko rated a 5 as well. You'd hate to see it. Here is the team I have for them. And it is, there are obviously changes there. Nicky Franco out, Shax out. Well, Nicky Franco's moved over as much as anything. The rest seems largely untouched. Barry Ferguson wearing the captain's armband. As for Sancto, last time out, they had a 0-0 draw with Stanley. Christian Kivu was the star man. 10 out of 10 rating for him. They have equally gone the same tactic. Lots of names moving around in the lineup, including, it seems, Zidane and Riquelme just swapping sides. Interesting tactical choice by the manager there. Predictions for game 2 then, please, as LSK entertain Sancte. Plenty of text in the opening few minutes, and that is why you stick with a man and he doesn't perform in one game. Sigalko on 7 minutes gives the home side the lead. And he makes it 2. No, he doesn't. He was offside. Sancte need to get a grip of the main man up top. There to get anything out of this. 3 attempts for the home side, 1 on target. That was scored. Just the 1 attempt created by Sancte. Decent ratings throughout. Only Petit and Nicky Ferenko rating below a 7. For the home side, no obvious issues conditionally. I'm not surprised to see Scott save role. As for Sancte, Zidane, 5 in the least shocking thing to ever happen in the Super League. So many 6s throughout. This is a beyond average display for Sancte. Have I seen what's in the chat? Oh, I'm not sure I have. I'll give him a minute just in case. Quick drink while I do. There he is. As it's still 60. Thank you very much. We will do. See if the team talk has worked. And here is the hour mark. And it's a corner to LSK as we stop it. I should say, for anyone interested, thank you to those who played along with the Euro trip. I hope you enjoyed it. The scores will be out soon, but there's a couple of people who, for one delay or another, were slightly behind. So I kind of held back to give everyone as much chance as possible to finish it. Scores will be out soon. But I had an idea for an actual race. I'm still working out the final few kinks to it, but there's an actual race in the offing from September. I'm looking for at least 10 people to play along if anyone's interested. Leslie, need to finish, mate. Try tonight. Yeah, no rush, mate. I'm holding back. Scott is making changes. But yeah, if there is anyone interested in a race, I do have an idea, and I will kick it off from September, by which time everyone's had more than enough chance to finish Euro trip. Howard for where is he? There he is. Okay, yeah, that's it. As for Sancte, Ratings have significantly improved other than Zidane. Still quite a few sixes, though, in the attacking section there. Need to improve that if you're going to get back in the game. Again, no obvious conditional issues. So yeah, I will be promoting that on my socials, and I'll get Martin to put stuff out on Super League as well. But yes, I have an idea for a CM race during September, which I think people will potentially enjoy. It will really, really test out who is the best of the best. And here are the changes for Sancte. Zidane for Enre. Saviola for Sal. There we go. Good. I'm glad you do, Steve. We resume the game with the changes made. And West scores his first ever goal to double the advantage for the home side. Subs haven't even had a chance to work for Sancte, and they are further behind. Claims for a penalty not given. Evening Tater, who's arrived. Sancte still pushing to try and get back in this, but you fear that LSK will get a third if they push too hard. And there's the full-time whistle. Comfortable win for the home side. Doug's here for the Unicorns. Up the Fyfies. Evening, gents. Pleasure as always. So for the benefit of the guys that are joining late, I've thrown out loads of topics of conversation if anyone wants to get in. What's everyone been up to for the bank holiday? Was the first one. Second, I'm asking whether anyone agrees with me that the three promoted sides will not be the three that get relegated. I think two of them might be, but I believe Leeds will be okay. I asked if anyone saw the predictions for Liverpool-Newcastle tonight, and asked if anyone saw the wrestling clip of JD McDonough unearthing a Liverpool shirt in Newcastle that said Isaac on it. I think that was about it. Doug is en route to St James's. Enjoy, mate. That'll be class. I've always wanted to go to St James's. It's on my bucket list. And good timing. Foss Road versus East Coast is next up. Now, I saw the message from Dimble. All he wanted to do was swap Kovalchuk and Emerson. Everything else was to stay the same. So that is what we have done. As for Foss Road, Ronaldinho has the orange injury, so he's not included. Martin Lawson is, despite being 75% fit. It's a bold move. Not one I would make, but then again, people like Tato will tell you fitness is a myth. So, Doug says, level 7 away end is nosebleed at stand. Horrible. Welcome up here anytime. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Genuinely, the ones that are on my bucket list that I've never, not necessarily seen a game at, I need to go back to the Olympic Stadium, but the ones I'd love to do, San Siro, although it's getting torn down, St James's Park and Ibrox are the three that I really want to go and see sometime. While my game is on, can you talk me through your thoughts on Jake Table, Fyfie? I'm on mute now, but we'll listen back after. I've put a little... Okay. Yeah, no worries, mate. We'll do. We'll come back to Jake Table. Yes, so 75% Martin Lawson is an interesting one. Predictions for this one as we kick off Foss Road versus East Coast, please. Evening, Dimble. Dimble's made it. Dimble, I'd love your thoughts on Grimsby's start to the season. "20 minutes, lots of action, but no goals as of yet." Goes to take the lead through Harry Kuehl just after half an hour. Coming up to half-time, Foss pushing for an equaliser. Are they going to get it? They're not. It is the break. Both sides with 4 attempts. Foss, all of theirs on target. failing to score. Just the one on target for Coast, and it's been converted. Table's story really intrigues me. Wondered how you found him and the step. All right, I'll come back to that. Dimble says that Grimsby's start to season is good, could have been even better. Yes, possibly should have been at the weekend. We were talking about it on the League Two show that I do on a Sunday night yesterday, and saying that Grimsby potentially looking at it as a wasted opportunity. Here are the Foss Road ratings. Martin Lawson's only lost 1% of condition. As for Coast, everybody rating 7s, with the exception of Cure, who scored on an 8, and Barthez, who's saving everything, on an 8. Dimble is going as is. Geordie Gobbites. We're doing bets for Bowyer. Switch with Totty. And wrong. Will do. There's Doug's prediction for anyone who wants to win some money. He knows what he's talking about. Resume the match. Seen Constantine involved early in this half. Referee getting himself involved as well. A couple of yellows dished out, and it's 2 on the hour. Constantine. Let's hope so. It's 2-0, and it's all gone horribly wrong for the home side in this game. Substitutes haven't worked. Or substitute hasn't worked. Doug going as is. As for Coast, they are cruising to victory, which will be key for them after a poor display in game week 1. Sorry, conditions. And Dimble is happy to roll, so we will. Thank you very much, sir. Half an hour or so to play then. Coast 2 to the good. Can Foss force their way back into this? They can. Van Nistelrooy scores. Can they now get pushed for the equaliser? No. Harry Kuehl has surely settled it. It's 3-1 to the away side. 5 minutes being added on. Here come Foss again. Unable to convert, and full time. Foss Road 1, East Coast 3. And it looked quite comfortable in the end. Foss did everything but score. I'm presuming Barthez gets man of the match looking at this. But it was a decent game for both sides. And a tale of 2 goalkeepers, basically. Look at Harry Kuehl getting man of the match with his 2 goals. Very, very well done to East Coast. We're going to Haggis versus Stanley next. I have seen Ian. I'm not sure I've seen Mike, but here is the Red Rose Stanley team for this evening. Very, very Stanley shrimp. Yes, very, very narrow. That's right. So there has been changes. Gianna Cheddar's moved back. Johnson's come out. Walker's come in. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Wes Brown has swapped with Ugo Ekit. I think that was about it. And here's Smuts at the end of his game, and now he'll disappear again. As for Haggis, they're without suspended Samuel. Cruz is injured too. They line up in their typical formation. A couple of alterations because of the unavailabilities. Let's see how they get on this evening. Predictions for this one then, please. As Haggis entertain Red Rose Stanley. Vigo wasting no time, scoring from 20 yards to give the home side the lead, and Montella nearly makes it 2. Apologies if you can hear the fan, by the way. I'm hoping you can, because I think I've worked the angle now where it doesn't blow down the microphone, but it is still bloody hot in my house, so I have got a fan right next to me. Coming up to half time, still just the 1 goal in it at the moment. There's a red card for Jens Jeremies. Looks like a second yellow, potentially. And, well, I suppose we could do half-time alterations here at the same time. It's 45 on the clock. Let me show you your conditions at the same time. What do both managers want to do with this one? Jeremies is a big, big loss. We know how good he is in the Super League. While Ian's deciding, let's just go over to Stanley at the same time. These 6s, so average. No yellow cards, no real conditional issues. I will, Tater. You put the kids to bed anyway. See if any manager wants to do anything. Here we go. Here's Mr. Campbell. Cannavaro 1 at the back. So he's winning and going 1 at the back. I like the ambition. I'll give Mike 30 seconds. Can't see anything coming through. We shall continue. Let that click through to half time. Oh, Liam Pio scores. There's 1-1. Here are your match stats at half time. Here are your ratings. And we are going to go straight to the 60 mark. Which we have arrived at already. Well, 59 is close enough. So one apiece, I should say, sorry. Haggis are down to 10 men, as we saw. Let's see if Ian wants to make any changes on the hour to try and either go for the win or to shore things up. And for the benefit, when it is watched back, here are ratings. And here are conditions. To be fair, there's not a great deal on that bench I would look at and think, yeah, that's going to change the game. So, I mean, maybe Comandini coming in for Juric. Here is the changes from Mr. Campbell. So we've got Tomadera for Montella. Figo, middle of a 3. Just like that. Lovely. Thank you, Ian. And without Mike here, we shall continue. Another yellow card dished out. And Stanley go 2-1 ahead. They are utilising this extra man. Tactically, it's gone horribly for Haggis since the red card. Oh, and it should have been free. And I can't see. It is free. Haggis, since Jeremies was sent off at odds and ends, and it has ended terribly for the home side. 3-1 win for Stanley. It wasn't one-sided, but at the end of the game, it looked like there was only one team going to win it. Steve Wright with a wow in the chat. Cuenca, 4. Don't see that regularly. And I'm sure on reflection, it'll be said that the red card changed the game, but they did a professional job, did Stanley, and they got the points. Congratulations to them. Right. Tato wants to go on, so let's do Tato. As we know, bottom of the league, 2 defeats from their first 2 games, and they come up against Northern Bern. And this is how they line up, including Matty Holland, who is making his debut for the club. Let's go 44. Mendieta with the captain's armband. As for Byrne, 12. Played one. So we won't read too much into that after one game. There's nothing I can say that hasn't been said over years of doing this. It's just ridiculous. How you lot let Byrne end up with this lineup, I will never know. Hashtag redraft. So, predictions for this one. Well, I'll spend the first half talking about Jake Taylor. I'm very excited by him. I wish he'd had more time in the first few games. I like what has been said about him, but I'd like to see it now. There is a section, which I think includes Holloway, that are kind of thinking it's too big a step up straight away, and he's not being overly exposed. There's a red card for Badgers to deal with. So he's been given kind of bit part-time, and we've got, I can't remember if it's, I think it's next Tuesday, not tomorrow. We've got Reading in the Vizu Trophy, or whatever the Papa John stroke LDV Van stroke whatever else it's been called. Johnston's Paint Trophy has been called. Tater going as is after the red. Okay. I think he might start in that. I don't think I've seen Ian, but I'll give him 30 seconds. So yeah, he's different to what we have because he's not very physically built. He is a runner that knows where the net is. He played against Cardiff and had one chance, which I think he should have taken. A few of the podcast lads think I was being harsh. Difficult chance, but I think there's plenty to come, and I think he will be a big player for us this season because he's different, and teams won't know what to make of him. I just hope it's sooner rather than later. So half time 0-0. Both sides the same amount of attempts. Badgers 2 on target, none. Very rare you see that as well. Conditions a myth, so we won't even look at that. Mostly decent ratings, a couple of 6s in there maybe for Tater to look at, but they are down to 10 men as well. As for Byrne, mostly 7s, a few 6s dotted throughout though. No one excelling for Byrne. If I remember rightly, they were slow starters last year as well though. And Tato says play to 60, which I will do. And Byrne do take the lead through Emil and Penza. Again, thanks everyone for joining on this early edition of the Super League, this Bank Holiday Monday. I appreciate it's out of normal sequence. So the fact that you're here to enjoy it is greatly appreciated. Despite being behind and down to 10 men, a couple of 9s here for the Badgers on the hour mark. They do now need to try and get back into this. While we wait to hear from Tato, Mr. Edwards watches this back. This is your ratings on the hour. And these are the conditions. Yeah, we're 77. Owen for Henri, please, and that is it. Owen, Henri, please, and that is it. Lovely stuff. Thank you, Tato. Want a penalty? They've got a penalty, and live equalises from the penalty spot. Incredible scenes in injury time. Badgers have got a point from the penalty spot. Ashley live. This is what we like to see. Late drama in the Super League. So a point apiece for these two teams. Yeah, Klompe got man of the match. I mentioned those 9s earlier. Tato very happy. As for Bern, again, not a terrible away day. So just unfortunate at the very end there. If you are of the Bern persuasion. How many games have we got left? 2 games remain. And we're going to Stackington versus Exiles. Here is the Stackington lineup. Now, 6th. Yes, played well. I heard about the win. If I remember correctly, not an Elk, no, Guigu. Yeah, I knew Alex had told me because he said the guy that I've been championing got a goal. It said deserved in the end that regarding his performance. It's an interesting team, Stackington. There's some absolute Fyfie favourites in there, and then there's some absolute what are they doing even in the squad. I'm interested to see how Stackington do across the season with this team. As for the Exiles, here is the lineup. Love the kit, hate the team. It's not for me. But Rox is significantly more knowledgeable in this game than I am. So penultimate game, yes, and it's the Devils kit, black with red. Let's go Exiles. I'm hoping for a draw now because I like Alex and what he's trying to do, but you know, Exiles will always have a place because they were the Devils prior to me leaving. Yellow card to Tomasi. And it's half time in the penultimate game. It's 0-0. Not much by way of goal-mouth action. Very similar, other than Stackington winning the aerial duels. So this is on a knife edge. This could come down to which manager makes the right decisions. And given that I don't remember the last time Rox was on a stream that I did, we're not going to hear from him. It's pretty much down to whether Alex gets it right or gets it wrong. While he makes his decisions, let's just bring this up. So assuming Rox does watch it back, you can see what's going on. Alex is going as is. So we continue. And 65 on the clock as I hit it. Still 0-0. There was an attempt. He said he didn't even mean it. Some decent ratings here throughout. Very pleased to see Guigu and Rockenbach working together. I would love to see Etu. From my experience, when I had him that one season where he was Devils' #1 striker, I did that, what was considered at the time outrageous deal where I swapped him for Van Nistelrooy because Van Nistelrooy couldn't score, Etu couldn't score. And then I swapped him. I want to say it was with Jamie at the time, possibly. And Eto went on to score 20-something goals the next season. He's definitely better as a striker than he is behind the main map. That's just my opinion, though. Alex is the more modern manager. I am like Mourinho now, whereas he is... who can we say Alex is? A modern young manager. The guy at Crystal Palace, whose name escapes me for the moment, that's who we can say Alex is. He's more up to date with modern football. I can see Alex has just put in his decisions, so we'll just do this for Rox so that he knows the situation. I hate the look of that first change. No, we're not calling him Potter. That's a terrible comparison, Steve. Point for Ronaldo. So we're going like this. Is that right? If you just confirm that you're happy with that, Alex. Glasner. Glasner's the name we're looking for, isn't it? That's spot on. Lovely. So we continue. 25 remain. Will anyone get this crucial goal? That it could be just one that decides it. Rockenbach getting involved. Boys. Etu with a chance. So unlucky. And there is the goal. It's Jesper Grodkjær, his first ever for the club. And now Exiles come steaming forward to try and equalise. Are they going to do it? Can Stackington hold on? They can. And it is 3 more points for Stackington. Up the stack at the Gebtech Arena in Perth. Wayne Dade oversees a 1-0 win for Stackington. Shay Gibbon man of the match. There was a real onslaught at the end. Guigu and Rockenbach continue to work well together. Yakubu with an excellent rating. Alex very, very happy in the chat. I didn't even click match stats. There we go. Exiles will look at that and think they're worthy of a point, but it wasn't to be on the day. This is how they finished the game. Congratulations to Stackington. So our final game of the night, Sloths versus Vikings. This is how Steve's side shape up. Let's see, they're behind Shevchenko. How did they get on? 2 games, 2 draws so far for Vikings. And they get a win against wily old Alf. I don't believe anything has changed in the last game. As for Sloths, they have made changes, particularly in the wing backs. I know Alf was having a real decision between Manuel Pablo and I think it was Maicon, but he's gone with Manuel Pablo. Midfielders have kind of moved around to accommodate Fletcher. Kesman continues to support Smith. Final game of the night. Let's have some predictions, please, as we kick off Sloths versus Vikings. I didn't comment on how Sloths started the season. Apologies, Alf. Alf, of course, as some of you know, appeared on Fools Rush In recently and went down a treat with our audience. So hopefully we'll find opportunity. And there's Kesman scoring for Sloths. Very quickly, Shevchenko equalises. Hopefully we'll find opportunity that maybe more of you can come on FRI at some point to discuss something or other. It'd be great to get more of you involved and have this sort of Worlds Collide thing. But yeah, Alf was got really good reaction and even met up with one of the Fools after our game with Oldham the other week and had a picture and stuff. And 2-1 at half time to the Sloths. Kesman at the double, very equal. Goalkeeper's not having a great game. As to my right, Vin Diesel is beating up the Rock because I've got Fast and Furious on. But here are the Sloths ratings. And the decision to put Max Tinetto over to the left-hand side certainly working. He is having a fine game, as of course is 2-goal Kesman. Vikings, it's not bad. But you're looking at John Terry, you're looking at Hersey, and you're looking at Kiotis thinking we need just that bit more. Who is going to step up for Vikings to swing the game in their direction? I don't think I've seen either manager in the chat, so we're just going to carry on. When it comes to the hour, in fact, we're at the hour now. We'll just do a quick pause to show where we are. Pablo now, his rating's up to a 9, just so when the managers watch it back, they know what has happened. That's Vikings. Ferdinand drops to a 6 as Terry goes up to a 7. Here are your conditions. And we play for it. And Vikings have equalised through Nedved. It's 2 apiece. What an end game this is. And now Vikings take the lead for the first time. It's 3-2. Oh, let's slow this one down. This is fun. Approaching the final 10 minutes. Here comes Sloths again. Hard tackle, free kick. The core steps up, hits the wall out for a corner. Drifts in, Ferdinand heads a clear, and it's another corner. Stam, Kesman. It's blocked, and Everton gets out. Now Nedved. Still Nedved. Kudicini does well. It rebounds, surely. And Vikings have gone 4-2 ahead. What a game. The game knew that this was the perfect conclusion. Is it over yet, though? Sloth continues to come forward, trying to get back into this. Are they going to leave gaps for Vikings to further extend the lead? Save off. Great save. Another corner. Oh, it's 4-3. It's not done yet. Good Sloth equalise. This is class. I can see Steve's putting stuff in the chat, but I can't concentrate on it because this game's amazing. Best game of the night. 3 added on. Oh, no. Gerard's injured. Alf's not here. What do I do? What do I do? GW3 is the obvious straight replacement, isn't he? So we'll do that. Into the injury time. Is there one more chance? Seedorf, Giovanni, Smith. Free kick given. Seedorf to take it. No, the rest blowing the whistle. Sloths fans are furious. But the game concludes Sloths 3, Vikings 4. What have we got going on in the chat? We've got an oof from Steve Wright. Love Volodenkov. Wish never let him go. What a game. Kesman doing that in AMC is ridiculous. This is how we like to end a stream. Proper game. This is how the Super League should be played. This is what we're looking for. Well done to both teams and both managers. Look at this. Kesman, man of the match, 10 out of 10 rating. Kudicini, the only one below a 7. As for Vikings, very similar. Hersey and Liverani, the only ones below a 7. Considering 7 goals scored, both goalkeepers not getting 5 or below is very, very interesting. So that's how we conclude the evening. Your +5 results: Badgers 1, Burn 1, Dudley 0, Fulchester 1, Foss 1, East Coast 3, Haggis 1, Stanley 3, LSK 2, Sancte 0, Sloths 3, Vikings 4, as we've just seen, and Stackington 1, Exiles 0. That leaves your league table looking like this. Stanley top the charts, played 3, 7 points. Then we've got Fulchester and Stackington played 3 and 2 respectively, both on 6 points. Vikings played 3, 5. And then it's Exiles played 3, 4. Sloths played 3, 4. And then under the dotted line, LSK played 3, 4. From the bottom, everyone now has points. Badgers at the bottom played 3, 1 point. Then Sancte played 2, 1 point. Haggis played 2, 1 point. Burn played 2, 1 point. Then in 10th, Foss Road played 3, 3 points. East Coast just ahead of them played 2, 3 points. And then Dudley Hill, by way of that massive goal difference from the hammering they gave Badgers, played 2, 3 points. And that is your table. Next up, Badgers host Foss. LSK travel to East Coast. Exiles and Haggis play out what I'm sure will be a cracker. Fulchester v Sloths. Burn entertain Stackington, while Dudley make the trip over to Stanley. And at the bottom there, Vikings hosting Sancte. When the next one will be, I'm not 100% sure yet. I might try and get one more in before I hand the reins over to Martin, because if I'm going to do one, I like to try and do 2. Time may be against me. I will have a much better idea tomorrow. Final comments I can see. Love the Stanley narrow. Stanley top, love to see it. And oh dear, says Steve Wright. Thank you everyone for joining. If you are watching this back, I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you've not had enough Fyfie time, then what time are we on? It's nearly 25 past 7. In just over 90 minutes, FRI will be live. You're more than welcome to come drop in the chat and say hi. Although it's mainly Swindon chat, we do dip into other things. So, and we've got a game tonight because it's a bank holiday. So you might, if you want to test your skills, your quiz skills, your game skills against our usual panelists, then you're more than welcome to join. You're very, very welcome. And Steve says, if you do, I will be very, very happy. I will try my best. But for now, thank you very much. And I know there will be another time. I'm sure there'll be another time. When that time is, I will see you then. Good night.